Hi, boys and girls. I would like to do a review for this week's session. I'm starting with chapter 21, as you could see on top of the page. And this is going to be about the birth of Isaac and then the sacrifice of Isaac called the Akedah. So the angels had made a promise to Abraham and Sarah that in a year from now, they're going to have a boy, and Sarah laughed, so it was going to be called Yitzchak. Okay, Abraham called the son that Sarah had Yitzchak, specifies that Sarah had, as opposed to Hagar, whose name was Yishmael. And he was circumcised when he was 8 days old, whereas Ishmael was circumcised when he was 13 years old, and Abraham was circumcised when he was 99. However, now a year later, when Isaac is born, Abraham is 100 years old, and Sarah says, God made me laugh. Whoever is going to hear is going to laugh. And who would have believed, who would say that Sarah is going to be nursing at my age? So let me just move the screen down a little bit. This is terrible, the way it jumps around. We'll move it this way. Okay, so let's begin when Isaac was older. They make a party for him to wean him. As in those days, when a baby stops nursing, it looks like it's a first stage of life. And Sarah sees that Yishmael, she sees the son of the Egyptian woman. Even her reference to her, she doesn't call her by a name, but the son of the Egyptian Hagar, Metzachek. Here it translated making sport, but if you remember Yitzchak, Metzachek, a play on words, and again we meet laughter. And she says to Abraham, kick him out, get her out of here. Get her out and get her son out, because he is not going to inherit what we have. Everything is going to go to Isaac. And Abraham is very sad. So God tells him, don't be sad, because you have to obey whatever Sarah told you, because it is Isaac in whose name your children will be known. And Abraham gets up in the morning. Again, he gets up in the morning. This is not the first time we're told that he gets up early in the morning. Try to remember. And he takes bread and he takes water and he gives it to Hagar. And she gets lost in the desert of Beersheba. Did she really get lost? Is she sunstroke? Both of them are possible, because the desert, there are no roads. The water finished, Vayichlu Hamayim, like Vayichulu Hashamayim, and she puts the baby under, he's not a baby, but she puts him under one of the bushes, and she said she stands from far, the distance of an arrow from a bow. So just like you shoot an arrow, it's approximately that much it's going to go. She says, let me not witness, let me not see that my son is going to die, and she is crying. And God listens to the cries of the boy, and he calls out to Hagar, and he says, what's the matter with you? What's happening to you? Don't worry. I heard you. I heard the boy. I heard the tears. And hold his hand. Hachziki et yaderbo. Hold him by his hand, because I'm going to make him into a great nation. And God opens her eyes, and she sees a well, a miraculous well appears, and she goes and fills her container, her bottle of water, and she gives him to drink. And God was with the boy, and he grew, and he lived in the wilderness and became an archer. So this is all blessing because he now has the abilities, the skills to earn a living. And they live in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother takes a wife for him from Egypt. So Ishmael has an Egyptian woman as a mother and an Egyptian woman as a wife. And Avimelech and Pichol, his officer, his general, Avimelech is kind of like a king of a city, and he says to him, Avimelech and Pichol say to Abraham, God is with you, whatever you do, swear that you're going to be friendly with us, as if they see Abraham as a threat. Okay? And when Abraham speaks to him, so he doesn't just say, okay, let's be friends, let's shake hands, but he tells him off, he reproaches him about the water well that his servants have taken away or plugged up so the Yitzchak's servants, Abraham's servants, could not take advantage of it. So we learn from that you can't just kiss and make up, but you have to tell somebody if they do something wrong, what it was. Abraham took sheep and gave it to Avimelech, and the two of them made a covenant, another covenant. They're going to make a covenant, and Avimelech says, what are these 7 sheep that you put on the side, the 7 lambs that you put on the side by themselves? And he said, these are 7 lambs that you will accept from me, and they'll be my witness. And to me and to you, I have digged these wells. These wells are mine, and now we have a promise, a covenant that they're mine. And therefore they call this place Be'er, the well of Sheva, 7. And it could be because of the 7 lambs, or it could be because Shavua means to swear. So they swear for this particular deal or covenant that they made. In addition, Abraham plants a tree, a tamarisk tree, in Hebrew Eshel, and they call it El Olam. El Olam, everlasting God. And Abraham lived in that particular place. I'm going on quickly to chapter 22. And God calls on to Abraham, and he says, Hineni, here I am. And he says, take your son, your only son, whom you love, Isaac, and go to the land of Moriah and bring him as an offering. And Abraham gets up in the morning, remember that word? And he takes his donkey, he takes 2 servants, he takes Yitzchak, he takes the wood, and he goes to where God told him. And on the 3rd day, he sees from a distance the place where God told him to go. And he tells the servants, you guys stay here, and the boy and I will go, and we will bow, we will pray, and we will come back. And Abraham takes the wood, and he puts it on Isaac to carry, and he takes the fire, and he takes the knife, and they're going together. And Isaac naively says to his dad, gee, Dad, we have the wood, we have the knife, but where is the lamb? What are we going to sacrifice? And Abraham says, don't worry, son, God is going to find a lamb for us. And Abraham comes up there, and he builds the altar, and he sets up the wood. Notice, no servants. He's a man of 100 years old. He puts up his son, ties him up, and he takes the knife, ready to slaughter his son, and a call from heaven. Al tishlach yadcha milana, lay not your hand upon this land. Don't do anything from him, because now I know that you're a God-fearing man, and you weren't going to spare even your beloved son from me. And Abraham is anxious to do something. I mean, there's an altar, there's wood, there's fire, everything is ready. So he sees in the distance, um, he sees an owl, a ram, and he takes the ram and he brings him as a sacrifice instead of Isaac, and he gives it a name, God will see. Okay, now there is another place we saw something about seeing, because Hagar gives the place of the well a name, Be'er Lachai Ro'i, to see. So both of them have something in common. And the angel calls out to Abraham a second time, and it tells him, now I swear, because you have done all these things and didn't even hold back your son, um, therefore God will bless you and multiply your seed as the stars in the heaven and the sand. Put the two promises together on the sea, and your seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. And in your seed shall the nation of earth be blessed. So he promised him blessing, he promised him children, and he promised him the land. Abraham returns on to his men, and they rose up and went together to Beersheba. We're not told that Isaac went back. We're told Abraham went back and the servants went back. Abraham dwelt in Beersheba. And it came to pass after these things, God was told, here's the family tree. Okay. And Milcah gave birth, gave sons to Nahor, Abraham's son. Okay. So Milcah is the wife of Nahor, and they have children. These are going to be the nephews of Abraham. However, one of them is important. His name is Bethuel. His name is Bethuel, and he gave birth to Rebekah. Okay, and he gave birth to Rebekah. So these are important because Rebekah is going to play a role in the story later, and we are at chapter 23. I think that we did more than this in class last time, but I'm going to stop at this particular chapter, chapter 23, a very important chapter. We'll do this in class on Monday and Tuesday. Thank you.